All right.
You got the clearance?
I have clearance.
Okay, mine always comes late for some reason. But there we go. David and well, welcome back to the ripple effect, I should say, with David and Erica and trying to
Ooh.
make sure I'm on the camera there. Um, I know we've had kind of a long break here, and which is nice. I think it's healthy. I don't know if the break's a little maybe too long for you at some time because I know you always like to keep in motion. But I'll just say it's good to be back, and we're not precluded in the off season from doing other things which we do. So I know we've been in fairly close touch, but we don't talk every week when we're not on the show. So I just first want to just say great to see you back on the air again, Erica. And if you don't mind just introducing yourself and doing a quick little check-in or recap
Sure.
of how your off season was or anything else you want to share with us.
Sure. Happy Tuesday, everybody. And David, it's good to see you. Good to be back. You're feeling more better?
I'm getting there. I'm still a little under the weather, but my voice is still a little, but yeah, close.
Okay. Well,
Not
so I'm
quite.
Erika Gimbel. Many of you already know me. I'm Erika Gimbel. I'm a psychotherapist and I'm a fruits and vegetables advocate. And we got all sorts of goodness coming along here. Happy New Year to those of you who celebrate the holiday Lashana Tova. And yeah, so I'm here in the Bay Area and I serve people that are having need for therapy, for support, for counseling. I work a lot with the people who are with Medi-Cal's Access program. Healthy San Francisco is what it used to be called. So it's a great program that helps you have therapy for either reduced rates or for free, depending on what's going on with your financial status. And it's a great group of people to serve. It's an honor and a privilege to do this work. And yes, I have also room for my full fee clients that they also come to work with me as well. And then what I was mentioning before is my fruits and vegetables mission. I am always supporting people to eat more plants and to grow their own food. Aeroponically is one way I love to do so. And I just helped a new school. They're going to be getting their crop of vertical gardens with the Whole Kids Foundation grant. So I get to talk more about that. But I had a great break and it's been a beautiful summer. I have had a chance to go meet up with my family in South Carolina for a little celebration and been back to New York for another celebration of somebody turning 80 and a family gathering. So it's always fun to get to see my people. I live 3,000 miles away from most of my family, and it is great to connect and to see everybody and, show up to the party. So, yeah, it's really special.
Yeah, great. And I know we talk fairly often, but just to share with the viewers, I mean, I feel like this summer was the first summer in a while where I did a little bit of a European summer, where you have the industrial holiday where you take like 6 weeks off, and I didn't take like all of it off, but I was off most of the summer and doing other things. Would have been nice to be over there in Europe, but I was actually the next best place over up in like Washington, which was great, in Seattle, hanging
Did you
out.
experience any of
Uh,
the fires, David?
what's that?
Did you experience any of the fires over there?
Um, no, luckily I avoided that. There's always fires burning when we go up there, but
Wow.
um, yeah, so
Wow.
I was actually mostly outside of Seattle, but um, yeah, so
Wow.
not yeah, in a small town, yeah. Well, not that small, but Olympia is the capital of Washington, so we go up there,
Mhm.
and my family is up there, and so I was hanging out with cousins and kiddos, and it was just a ton of fun, yeah, to get a summer up there. And I think the beauty of when Carrie is off is for me to be off too. And I love to be able to do some writing and reading, but not be on like the normal kind of grind of a schedule if you can avoid it. And I did. So, yeah.
I think it's great role modeling for all of us to just have more downtime. And, I did that when I was in South Carolina with my family. I actually got to read some books and some magazines, and just like the slowdown was so good for my nervous system. So we could talk about that. So did
Yeah,
you?
I was actually just listening to a little recording of Earl Nightingale, one of my favorites on Audible, who was saying, yeah, you just got to get out of your pattern, and that's what changes your whole mindset up. If you're doing this or that, do something like totally different. Really being out in nature is the most helpful, to recharge. And I love all the stuff, the different stuff that you do to kind of break things up too, how you go out and travel and see all these people or go out to New York. But, so
Yeah, and I'm getting ready for a swim meet that's coming up in early October over by you in Walnut Creek. And my swim team, we're all getting ready, and we're all like, oh, this again, racing. Oh yes. And it's a whole mindset thing. And yeah, we have room, but there's still room to register to be part of the swim meet. I think it's
yeah, I
midnight
probably
tonight.
won't register, but I'd love to come check it out if I'm free. I'd have a lot of fond memories of swim meets. Actually, growing up, I was a swimmer, and Carrie's not kind of an official swimmer yet. I'd love to get her there because we have a great competitive team just right up the street. But I used to go to all day swim meets and stuff too, and was a big swimmer all through high school and before that. But I was also a diver too, so I kind of did more year-round diving and part-time swimming. But um,
Wow.
you know, I, I love swimming, and I'd love to get Carrie into a swim team, and then you can come check out her meets too. But yeah.
Oh, I'd love to. I know there's a bunch of the swimmers have kids that are in, swimming competitively in all the different swim teams around the area. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, I was just saying that I can see it in your shoulders. You're so solid and like your fitness routine, and but you really combine kind of the mental health, the physical health, and physical and well, the diet too. So that's one of the themes on this show is really based on you and your lifestyle, and that's how it's been since we started this show in COVID, which was, I'm kind of doing a little segue into our next thing about if people are new to this show. I just thought we would kind of recap kind of where we've been with this show and where we're going. And I'll just say a little tidbit that we really created this show based on during COVID, when COVID hit, we created this show, and we didn't kind of know the initial thing was really spiritual, mental, and physical health is like the three tiers. And it turned into, I'd say, more of just like a show where we talk about stuff, but these health themes really are an ongoing thing that we always touch on because that's what you're so involved in. And I love everything you've taught me and being able to convey that on the show. So we try to have a lot of health related guests too. So
Oh,
feel free to, I want to turn it over to you to, if you give a little recap of this show and what you
sure.
like about it. Yeah.
Sure, David. I mean, it's all about what is creating ripple effect. The ripple effect idea was, little ideas, bigger ideas create this change, and change is coming, and things are always changing. So how can we take our steps and support each other and support everybody around us, our community, with these little changes? So I just got some news that somebody in one of my larger communities just passed of colon cancer, and she was 35. And it's just like, she was such a leader and such a bright light. And it's just these little things could help add years to one's life. And I like what works, and I like these hacks and things that are very affordable and good for your longevity. So the littlest things, they build up over time to big things, and possibly can help you heal before the dis-ease becomes really serious. So it was very sobering news just recently. I found this out, and just like, wow. I was like, it's an inspiration to go get your colon checked because if you have a history of colon cancer, you have, so anyway, I'm sort of diving into a particular topic, but this idea of the little things, they create a catalytic effect in the right direction or the wrong direction or neutral. And I'd like to say that this show is about the right direction, right ripple effect in the direction that you want to go anyway for your health, your longevity, your vitality, for your mental health, all the other aspects, just the little things, they create good results.
Yeah, no, I love that as one of the key themes on this show. And I would say is kind of a wild card question here because I think it's even more relevant than when we even first started the show, probably equally, I guess. But I think it's almost more relevant because when COVID hit, we thought that would be kind of temporary, this turbulence in the world where we're forced to live in a world that is very kind of topsy-turvy, and I'd say in a lot of ways a lot more challenging than life was maybe 5 or 10 years ago. So how do you stay focused? As a pilot, I was go back to analogies, with all this turbulence and, really hardship and, distraction. How do we stay healthy in this type of world and stay focused? And, you bring the great skill sets of both a therapist and a nutritionist, but also you're really such a good mindset person about how do we, I think it really starts with mental health, almost number one. And how do we, find a mentally healthy space and then, use that to create kind of a physically healthy space for us too. And they really go together. And I know these are things that you've helped me with. But yeah. I don't know if you have any quick thoughts on that as a therapist in this world.
A couple of adjustments to what you just said. It's true, I am a licensed MFT, marriage and family therapist, so I'm a licensed psychotherapist. It's true, I am a whole food, plant-based enthusiast. I am not a licensed nutritionist, and I don't really want to be one, but I am a whole food, plant-based, and very passionate about that. And I love helping people get more plants, vegetables, legumes, berries. More is better is what the studies show. More is better. And so yeah, let's make sure you don't give me extra degrees that I don't have. And I also love to not ever use the D word for diet. I love to use the word, I love to use this whole food, plant-based, because then it changes this whole energy of diet, which sounds awful. And people, even when I've heard you say the word diet, it sounds like dying. People are like, I'm on a diet.
Yeah, it pretty much is, but yeah, okay.
It's awful. It's awful. Like, let's take that out of our vocabulary and continue to, because there's so many more positive things to do with our food intake, and little changes can really help. It doesn't have to be such a difficult experience. It could be actually an enlivening experience. And all the media, these great movies, I have a copy of this movie, From Food to Freedom, here on my desk, the latest film by the Campbell family. And this one is all about these diabetics getting to eat really clean food for a week, and they notice their numbers going in the direction they want to go with their diabetes, and they notice all sorts of good things. So this is another one of these great, the media is telling the story of how we can heal and get off of our addiction to crap, fast food, decrease our meat, decrease the fast food nation thing, and get onto the stuff that actually can heal with food, not drugs, not medications that cost way too much. So this reframe, maybe the ripple effect, another name for our show is called the reframe. but that doesn't sound as sexy as the ripple effect. So let's keep the
Yeah.
ripple effect, but it's about a reframe. How can we find the reframe?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. And I didn't get to our promo for this year, which I'm gonna hopefully do at some point, but I love that theme of rippling, the small little ripples just ripple bigger. And
Yeah.
also the analogy of the butterfly effect where that mathematical postulate that butterfly flapping its wings somewhere can cause kind of a hurricane somewhere else, or if
Yes.
magnified or stepped up to a higher frequency, and
Yes.
I think the
Or the
rippling.
compound effect. I forget Darren Hardy's. Is it Darren Hardy? The ripple of the compound effect. The compounding penny becomes it blows everything out of the water if you stay with it for 31 days,
Yeah,
Compound.
and I think the rippling in your life, for example, how you do these healthy habits, but then you teach those to other people, and you see this rippling effect out of it as you spread, kind of how to do that out in the world. Um, I I'd
Yeah.
say, so there's nowhere better to do that than through our guests too, who we bring on. You have all these great people that
Yes, I
a
am
lot of
so
them are
excited
in
for some
common.
of the
So
guests we're going to come bring on. Because I was back in New York, I got to connect with some rock stars back in New York, so we can have them on the ripple effect and kind of shake things up with new guests. And I know you have some guests in mind, so we'll get that all lined up. And we also have our own events coming up. So do you want to say a little bit, David, about what you got in the hopper for your workshops and programs and events coming up for you?
sure, I'll just we gave the kind of full version on Quantum Leap. I'm really focused on a bit of a rebrand of my business around this story branding framework and some new things which we might talk about in more specificity. I mentioned on Quantum Leap, but I'm focused on Quantum Leap and putting out content about how people can set up a system for success in their lives and their business. And I have 3 programs that are going to do that, that are coaching programs right now. They're going to be books at some point. It would be Rising Star, Industry Leader, and Thought Leader. And you've heard all those terms before. So we're going to talk about some of these concepts more. And I'm going over it in detail on Quantum Leap. So it's really kind of a system for success and how people can be successful in their own lives, and they're geared towards different audiences. Rising Stars more for younger people, industry leaders for a little bit kind of people who want to be an industry leader in their um, vocation. And at some point, a lot of it's based on BNI, for example. And then thought leaders, really thought leaders, which you're a thought leader, and how to kind of become a thought leader, so to speak. Yeah.
Thank you. I think that is a nice compliment. And I
Yeah.
don't I'm a thought leader. Whoa, but I don't feel like I don't feel like it's very original. Most of the things I'm saying, I'm just saying things maybe in a new way, or I'm just really passionate about what I'm talking about. So, but I appreciate what you're saying, that you think I'm a thought leader. I'll take the compliment. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You're
think
many things, but you're definitely a thought leader, and you're an amazing co-host as well. I would say you
I
really.
love co-hosting with you,
Yeah,
David
yeah, you were
Kirsten.
so great with guests and just the art of co-hosting. And
And
um
so David, I just want to be really clear, like this program that you're cooking up that you just spoke about, what is the interview period that you're interviewing qualified people? And is there a start date? Like, what's the start date for what you're offering?
okay, yeah, I don't have an official start day yet. We're
Okay.
going to really preview it on Quantum Leap first. So, but when I do release those details, I'll let you know about it,
Okay, good.
and
Because
we'll
it's
talk more
still
about it on air. I'd say right now it is open for doing a rebrand of people who want to look at a flagship video. And I do all my business by referral and BNI to people who you may know or who are in our network. If you want to do a rebrand and do a video, I can help you with that. Just let
I
Erica know or
always
let
want
me
to,
know.
I
Yeah.
always want to do a
Yeah.
video. So
We're
I,
going to do some of this just for you as part of our work, and
thank
I'll
you,
tell you
David.
more about it in our next one-to-one. But it's really
Awesome.
exciting stuff, and we're going to talk more about it. But it's just kind of building on what I've already done, but it's a little bit of a new take and positioning, because it's more, instead of just doing a video, it's more about how you changing all the ways you talk about your business, from both the elevator pitch in person, your video, your website, your copy there, maybe a sales letter, so to speak. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're pretty organized and you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really piloting it by helping people with it specifically, but then I also need to redo my whole website and set up this rebrand to show people. But I do have some people in the pipeline I'm working for on specific video projects that I'll show you when they're ready, and we'll do it for
Right
your video
on.
too. Yeah. So,
Right on. Right
yeah.
on. Well, so if I can launch into what I'm up to and what's going on with me so people can know what I'm creating and offering. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's next on our agenda.
awesome. Oh, good. I'm so glad you have an agenda. You know exactly where you are. So I in since like the when we took a pause, I started being a part of this midday dance break. So noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. We have friends tuning in. My different couple of friends DJ for the hour. And actually, I'm late to my own party right now, back on my Zoom. My friend Herb is DJing, and sometimes another friend is our DJ. But Tuesday, and it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noontime, or 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now it's Tuesday and Thursday. It's on my Zoom. And then another friend hosts this on her platform. So, if you need a midday little shake it up, connecting, dancing, this is a great thing. So I would love for people to know how to get a hold of me to learn about this. You can also see it through my link tree, which I'll put in the chat. And also, if you're feeling, just so people know that as a therapist, I am open to conversations and to see where I could be a fit for you. It's great to interview your therapists and potential therapists to see, well, how do you work? And is this for me? So, this idea of, call me or message me and get on my calendar and have a chat, schedule a chat. So I'm going to give you guys my link tree, and then you'll know how to get a hold of me. And also you'll be able to talk to me about what I'm doing and what I'm offering. And like, I have this thing coming up, I think that's with something on October 1st, and you can tune in about that. So there's a lot going on, but I always keep the link tree as updated as possible. So that's my link tree, and we'll put it in the chat. That's my scheduler link if you want to schedule a little conversation with me. And that's my website, erikagimbel.com.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna try to copy those, and
yeah,
I
I
didn't get
can I
all
can
of those.
I can send it over
Can
to
you put it,
you
just put
also.
it in a quick email, and we'll make sure we get it in the comments. But
Sure.
I'm gonna, because one other nice thing I like to end with too, customary on our shows, about who your ideal clients are in terms of all the people you're looking for. And I know you do a number of different things, but are there certain people out there that you connect with good? Maybe you're looking for power partners. I know you're looking for some dance partners, but who are those key people out there who you'd love to get in touch with you if they're listening to the show right now?
That's such a good question. I mean, if you're not a fit for, working with me as a therapist, maybe it's a fit for you. You're looking for an opportunity with my fruits and vegetables company. We're always looking for new friends to play with. Um, and, there's some great stuff going on in this month, great offers going on this month because we're celebrating 30 years with the plant powders being available. So there's like a freebies box with anybody's order. So, if you're interested in getting healthy with these powerful plant powders, or you want to play with the vertical garden, yeah, reach out to me and I can help you get started, and we can help you get the best price on your stuff. And also it's a wonderful a business opportunity that can become whatever you want it to become. And it's mission based, it's not like, that you have to do anything. It's like, we're inspiring healthy living around the world. So nobody can argue with that. It's like, whoa, healthy living around the world, no matter where you are on the planet, pretty much there's issues with the water, the air, and food is not as nutrient dense. So this idea of countering that with more plants is a great way to go. So yeah, people can reach out to me through my Linktree and see all my different offerings. You can see what's going on my website. And then there's my scheduler. So I sent that to you in an email just now, David. And also another way you can play with us, both of us, is come on over to our BNI meeting. We meet on Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9 a.m. every Wednesday. The first Wednesday of the month is in person here in the Oakland, Berkeley border. And we could tell you more about that. Reach out to either of us and we can invite you
Yeah,
specifically.
do if you're a small business owner and you've never been to BNI, come, especially if you're in the East Bay area. So, thanks for mentioning that, and I will put all those links. That's great with all the different hats that you do. And I know we profiled the tower gardens before. We're going to do that again. We got to get Mark Cooper on because there's nobody better to talk about tower gardens than somebody like Mark Cooper, who's actually one of your, um,
Oh my
I'd say,
gosh, he's
tower
so into it.
disciples, so to speak, and that you
He's
got him three
he put
tower gardens, and now he's like all about the tower gardens. I love it.
He's so into it. It's so funny. So, yeah, I have 3 pictures that I just took today because I was sharing with my neighbors, give away all these apples. So if you want me to show everybody what my towers look like, let me share my screen or we could do that next time. No worries. But,
Yeah, and it's rough because I live in the forest, so no solar, no tower here. I didn't get enough sun unless I do the hydroponic. So,
yeah,
but we're
indoor,
gonna,
you can do it
yeah,
indoor, David.
yeah,
Do you want to have me share my screen? I can show everybody real quick what's growing on right now.
yeah, sure. Let me do that. I don't want to keep you from your dance too, so if you'll
Oh,
let me
that's
know when you
okay.
gotta
That's
jump
okay.
off. Okay.
So I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'm just going to show you 3 pictures, right? 3 pictures. And here they are. They're hot off the press. I just took these like minutes before we started today. So that's what's growing on my towers. There's broccoli and lettuces, and there's another one. So that's broccoli greens over here. There's baby lettuce coming in. And then the third picture is, guess what? More lettuces. And what else do I have to show you guys? Oh, I have a turnip that's like exploding here. I have to do some surgery to help it to harvest it because it's sort of stuck right there in that little area right there. I don't know if you can see me pointing. There's chard, there's kale, I mean, every day I'm picking things off this thing. So, and then I just was mentioning that we're getting the On Tops Alternative High School in Burlington, Vermont. We're getting them going with their Whole Kids Foundation grant. So we're really excited about that. And this time period between now and February is a great time to create relationship with new schools that would like to be part of this Whole Kids Foundation grant cycle. And I can help you be successful if you're a teacher or you're a parent involved with the school, or if you're the principal or superintendent. We can write as many grants as there are schools that are interested. So yeah, we're gonna rock it out.
Yeah, and great. There's a new principal over at my daughter's school I'll have to connect you with to see if they want to do this because I think it's such a great learning experience for
Yes.
kids to start a tower
Oh, yes.
because all the
It is so fun.
possibilities that you always have fresh herbs and fresh vegetables to just
Yes.
beautify and
It is
healthify.
so powerful and empowering. And, kids don't know where food comes from. They think it comes from like this, the five and dime store where there's lots of toxic stuff being sold. And so for kids to be able to see the seed to harvest process, seed to fork process is so powerful. And, it's life changing.
Yeah, great. Well, good. I think we did a pretty good job on catching up on everything, and
Yeah,
we
you
look
know,
forward to having some guests again too. But we're also going to do our shows on these specific topics as we come up for show ideas. So
yeah, and do you
always,
know our next guest is that Holly Johnson Fryer for next Tuesday?
that's right.
Awesome. So next Tuesday, we have this most amazing guest who started a nonprofit a couple of years ago. It's called Elbow Room Student Loan Debt.org, elbowroomsld.org. And so we're going to have her on here live. And, if you have questions in advance, you could put them in the chat and we will be able to answer those questions. So far, we haven't quite figured out a call-in process, but that would be really cool for people to call in and ask their questions. So maybe we can figure that out, David.
Yeah, I have some older technology there, but let's think about that. I'd love to try that sometime. But
And
um,
also one more thing, David, is Kyla Lupo,
yeah, yeah,
the triathlon coach. I see that she's creating a triathlon camp in late February, early March. So maybe we can get on the docket to be part of that over in Florida.
okay. Well, let's bring her on and get an update. And she's
Yeah,
one
let's
of
do
our
it.
great, best favorite guests over the years. And sure,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna go dance and maybe you want to join me. So reach out to me and you can be part of the midday dance Zoom. And David, I'll see you tomorrow.
sounds good. I'm going to take care of this back end stuff, but we will
Thank you
have
so much.
Kara join one of your dancing things if she's She's actually the big dancer in the family now. So um
Well, you know what? You can dance yourself to health. So have a good one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Goodbye.